All right, there at the jail. Sir, can you tell me what your name is?
Juan Ferris.
Mr. Ferris, okay. Ms. Bruker, are you able to hear me okay?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Gilo,
What was that question, Judge?
you're able to hear me?
Oh, yes, yes.
All right, we're on the record now in People versus Juan Ferris. This is case number 2241087. The record should reflect that Mr. Ferris is present today by video from the Otsego County Jail. We have Ms. Bruker present on behalf of the people. Let's see. And Ms. Hill, are you here on behalf? Are you the district court probation officer?
I am the probation officer, yes. But I'm also helping out because Pam is out of the office as the criminal clerk.
Okay, all right, thank you. And then we have Mr. Gilo here for purposes of arraignment. So I'm conducting this hearing obviously today on behalf of Judge Cooper. I'm not familiar with this case and frankly the other ones either. Ms. Hill or Ms. Bruker, Mr. Ferris, was he on probation, district court probation, and then he failed to report back in 2022? Is that why we're here today?
Yes,
Okay. And the original charge was domestic violence that he was on probation for?
yes, sir.
Okay, so Mr. Ferris, I need to go through a few things with you with regard to your rights. You're here today for arraignment on alleged probation violation. You do have the right to have a hearing as to whether or not you should be found guilty of violating your probation. You also have the right to have a lawyer present at any subsequent proceedings. Mr. Gilo is present here today for purposes of arraignment. If you can't afford a lawyer, one would be appointed for you at public expense. If you are found guilty of violating your probation, the maximum possible penalty that you can face is the maximum penalty on your underlying charge, which is domestic violence, which is up to 93 days and or a $500 fine. You understand the things that I've stated to you here today?
I do.
All right, Mr. Gilo, have you had a chance to speak with Mr. Ferris at all today?
Yes, I have, Judge.
Okay, how does he want to plead to the probation violation?
Well, quite frankly, we didn't discuss that. The bottom line is that Mr. Ferris indicates that he's unemployed. He does indicate further that he lives in Traverse City. So he, as the courts probably indicated already, he does qualify for court-appointed counsel. So I guess we'd have to set this matter for hearing.
All right. Okay, Ms. Hill or Ms. Bruker, is that how you want to proceed with the violation here? If Mr. Ferris is going to plead not guilty, you set this for hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Ferris, the court's going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf with regard to the alleged violation. The court will set this for a hearing in the district court at a date to be determined. I don't think we got that date today, but we'll get that to you. And then in terms of bond pending that hearing, either Ms. Hill or Ms. Bruker, do you have any recommendations regarding bond?
Judge, I'll defer to Ms. Hill.
I do believe he is in jail serving a sentence on a circuit court case.
In our jail?
Yeah,
Okay. I probably need to still set bond just in case for some reason he's released on that.
I don't have a recommendation, 500 cash surety.
Mr. Gilo, anything further other than what you've indicated here on the record, which I think would go to bond?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the court finds that a $500 bond is a reasonable bond to ensure Mr. Ferris's appearance at that probation violation hearing to the extent that he is released based on other matters that he has, so the court will set $500 cash surety bond. And we'll go forward from there. Mr. Ferris, do you have any questions at all?
Nope.
All right, thank you. That's all for today. And to the jail, our next individual, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, we didn't.
Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
J.L. Jefferson.
Mr. Jefferson, all right, we're on the record in two different files regarding Mr. Jefferson. We have file number 2240693 and 1937731. Record should reflect Mr. Jefferson is appearing today by video from Otsego County Jail. We have Mr. Gilo present for purposes of arraignment, and we have Ms. Hill and Ms. Bruker here on behalf of the state. Again, Ms. Hill and Ms. Bruker, just in the couple minutes I had to review the paperwork here, it appears Mr. Jefferson was on probation in each of these files. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. And so he's here for arraignment on probation violations in each for failure to appear. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So Mr. Jefferson, I need to go through a few things with you with regard to your rights as to each of these cases. First of all, you do have the right to have a hearing as to whether or not you should be found guilty of violating your probation in each. You also have the right to have an attorney present at any subsequent proceedings. If you can't afford an attorney, one would be appointed for you. Mr. Gilo is here to represent you for purposes of arraignment today. If you are found guilty of the alleged violations in this case, in file number 2240693, that can subject you to the maximum possible penalty on your underlying charge, which is up to 2 years. And in file 37731, you're found guilty of violating your probation, the maximum possible penalty you could face on that case would be up to 4 years. Do you understand all those things that I've stated to you here today?
I definitely do.
Okay. Mr. Gilo, did you have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Jefferson about how he wants to proceed today?
Well, I didn't, I had a chance to talk to him relative to bond in this particular case. I would indicate to the court that he's a Gaylord resident, and he also supports 2 children. As far as taking care of the violation, he's being represented by Richard Trush.
Okay, so Mr. Jefferson, did you want the court to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf with regard to these alleged violations today?
I really, I don't even know what I'm doing, but, yeah.
You want to have a chance to speak with Mr. Gilo before we go further? I can put you into a breakout room so you can talk to him.
Uh, sure.
All right, Mr. Gilo, I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that in 1 second here. Okay, Mr. Jefferson, did you have a chance to speak with Mr. Gilo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so did you want the court to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf here today?
Yes, sir.
All right, so the court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Jefferson with regard to each alleged violation. The court will set both cases for a hearing on those violations. In terms of bond pending that hearing, Ms. Kruger, Ms. Hill.
Judge, just so you're aware, we can't see you anymore. We can hear you though.
Thank you.
Ms. Hill, do you have a recommendation?
No, I can say I don't think he would have appeared if it wasn't for him getting picked up on a bench warrant. I've had no contact with him.
When was the last contact, Ms. Hill?
That would be before I was even probation officer, and that would be back in 2022.
Okay. Ms. Bruker, anything further?
No, Judge.
All right, and I guess I have a question for Ms. Hill or Ms. Bruker. I mean, each of these are felony cases. Did he plead to lesser charges that kept us to district court?
He did. He pled to misdemeanors. It looks like he was just placed on probation and ordered fines and costs and restitution in them.
Okay. All right, and all right, based on the amount of time that Mr. Jefferson's been absconded, the court finds that cash or surety bond is necessary to ensure his appearance for those hearings. The court will set bond in the amount of $500 in each case, cash or surety. And then again, the court will set this for a hearing. Ms. Bruker, Ms. Hill, anything further today?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Gilo?
Nothing further, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That's all for this file. And then our last defendant is Mr. Verhella.
Okay. So do I talk? Okay. Right here? Okay. Yes, sir.
All right, sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Jason Ray Verhella, Your Honor.
Verhella, okay. This is case number 2443177. The record should reflect that Mr. Verhella is appearing today by video from Otsego County Jail. And we have Ms. Bruker here on behalf of people. Mr. Gilo is here for purposes of arraignment. Mr. Verhella, you're before the court today for arraignment on one count of domestic violence. It alleges that you did make an assault or an assault and battery upon Tracy Anna Duran, an individual that you had a dating relationship with. If you're found guilty of that charge, the maximum possible penalty that you could face would be up to 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine. Do you understand those things stated to you?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
You do have the right to have a trial. You have the right to be tried by a jury. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. You have the right to have any witnesses against you appear at trial and to question those witnesses. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses on your behalf appear at trial. You have the right to remain silent during a trial and to not have that silence used against you, and the right to remain silent at a trial if you wanted. Do you understand, or the right to testify yourself at a trial if you wanted? Do you understand all those rights that I've stated to you?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay. You also have the right to have an attorney present at any subsequent proceedings. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at public expense. As I've indicated, Mr. Gilo is here to represent you for purposes of this hearing today. Did you want to request a court-appointed attorney, or were you going to hire your own counsel?
No, I would request a court-appointed attorney, please, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gilo, do you know whether that screening has occurred for Mr. Verhella yet?
Yes, I screened him this morning. He does qualify.
Okay, so Mr. Verhella, an attorney will be appointed to represent you going forward. Mr. Gilo, how does Mr. Verhella want to appear? Plead to the charge here this morning.
No, not this morning, Judge. I think we are going to have to set it for status conference. And we'll just address bond this morning.
Okay, so Mr. Verhal, the court's gonna enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Is that how you want to proceed?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then in terms of bond, Ms. Bruker?
Your Honor, just some information. Defendant is currently on felony probation out of Lapeer County for failure to return rental property. He does have a few other misdemeanors on his record, but none of them are assaultive. I would ask that the court put protective conditions into place, including that he not have any direct or indirect contact with Ms. Doran, that he not enter the property where she resides at 10936 Old State Road. I'd also ask for the court to issue the standard bond conditions, that he not leave the state without permission, that he attend each and every court hearing, and that he not commit additional crimes while on bond. I'd also ask that the court order that he not possess any firearms or weapons while on bond. And we are just requesting a $2,000 10% bond on this.
Okay.
I'm not
Mr.
gonna be
Guido?
able to get out. Is there any way that I can get a personal recognizance? I'm indigent right now because I'm waiting to go see the Social Security, the doctors. This is why I'm up here. I don't work because I'm filing for Social Security. So they told me not to have an income. So I'm waiting to go see the Social Security doctors right now because I came up here with no income waiting on this. And I'm not gonna, I say I'm not running, I'm not gonna go anywhere or anything because I transferred everything up here. So
Okay, all right. Mr. Gilo, anything else that you wanted to add?
Well, I just indicate to the court that let's see, he just moved up here. He's a resident of Johannesburg. The victim has another residence. So there would be no reason for him to have any contact with her. So I'd ask the court to consider a PR bond.
All right, given that this is an assaultive offense, Mr. Verhal, given that you're currently on felony probation already, the court finds that a personal recognizance bond is not appropriate to ensure your appearance, and because of the assaultive nature of public safety. I think the $2,000 10% cash or surety bond is a reasonable bond. Will ensure.
I won't be able to post that.
Okay.
I don't have any family members or anybody, no. And the felony probation, I'm just on reporting down to Lapeer once a month because I paid all the fines and costs off because it's out of Lapeer County. So I paid them $3,000 is where all my money went. So they just have me on just simply call once a month. Don't have to show up. I don't have to come down there or anything on that probation. And why they extended it, I don't know, because it was just for fines and costs. I gave them $2,600 and I come up here because that's what she wanted me to do. So I've been codependent on her, which she said that was okay while I was waiting for Social Security. So like I'm up here, I don't know nobody, I'm stuck up here. I'm not gonna run or anything. I want to take all of this, get all this taken care of. I just can't do it while I'm sitting in jail. There's no way I can get the $200. And then I'm gonna miss my Social Security doctor appointment. That's what's important to me. That's why I can't go back downstate because I have to stay up here because all that doctors, I filed all that paperwork from up here.
Okay, I mean, I appreciate that information. It doesn't change my decision though, so.
Okay.
The courts will also include those provisions as suggested by Ms. Bruker. I will note for the record that the court was presented with a PPO petition, which would also prohibit those types of conduct this morning, which the court did enter. So the court satisfied there's sufficient protections in place with regard to the alleged victim in this case. Mr. Verhal, the court will provide you with written notice of the date and time of your next hearing here in just a little bit. And
okay,
that's all for the hearing today, and all parties are free to disconnect at this time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.